SHOT Show 2024, Palmetto State Armory. Got Justin here. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Doing very well. How's the show been so far?
Pretty busy. We're having a great time.
Especially at this booth because you got one of these, which I'm sure is just blowing up everywhere nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Now, what is this exactly?
Yeah, so this is our brand new X57. This is a concept gun for this year at SHOT Show. So the X57 is a new PDW 5.7 firearm we're working on. It's going to share a lot of the same components as our Rock pistol. Concept there being that you can have interchangeable parts between your sidearm and your PDW. So you'll have some magazine compatibility, some trigger compatibility, ejector and extractor compatibility as well.
Yep.
But we can just start from the rear here. We're going to be partnering with SB Tactical on the brace.
Oh, cool.
We'll have stock kits as well for people that want to SBR them. Sorry, this guy's been beat up a little bit throughout the week.
Oh, I know. Well, you said prototype, right?
Yeah, so, just a very early prototype. So, like I say, partnering with SB Tactical, we'll have stock kits as well.
Yep.
AR-15 charging handle here. Radian Raptor specifically will ship on it.
Yep.
Then MBUS Pro iron sights. You'll have a full pick rail up top and then a couple pick rails in the front for all your accessories.
Okay.
40 round mags from the factory, and then a reared in muzzle device which has some suppressor capabilities as well.
Excellent.
Yep.
And then now does that rail, I heard that rail pops off, right?
No, so not on this concept.
Okay.
Possibly on the production model.
Maybe some M-lock or something?
Yeah, we're not really sure on the final details if it's going to be molded into it as the quad rail or if it'll have a fold down. That stuff we'll iron out as we get into production.
Yeah.
I'm sure in typical PSA fashion we'll have a couple different options when production gets here as well.
And it's going to definitely come with a mag or two, and then it also has the MBUS Pros, right, for Magpul?
Yep, MBUS Pros are going to be included on this guy, and it's compatible with Rock mags as well. So if you're using a standard Rock mag, you're looking at 23.
Yep. All right, let's see what else we got here.
Yep. So now we're over here with something else that's pretty cool. These are our new Sabre Daggers. So the easiest way to think about this is there's a couple different companies that upgrade different pistol brands, and it's normally a separate company. We're doing it internally, so we'll have a Sabre version to go with the Dagger version. So the Sabre is going to be the upgraded model. So with that, you're going to have a couple different things. You can see here on this one, you have the beveled mag well here and the mag extension. That's going to be a staple in the Sabre line. You'll have +5 mag extensions. You'll have 2 included in each of them.
Oh, wow, okay.
2 extended mags and then a regular 17 size mag, so 17 round capacity. And then +5, you'll have 22 in these. These are a duty size, so you got a full size frame with a 4.2 inch slide. We'll have threaded barrels on these, RMR cut from the factory. Partnering with Zephyria Precision for barrels and slides.
Yep.
And then we'll have an upgraded trigger in these as well.
Very cool.
To go along with that, you can see this one has some Cerakote options, so we'll have that. We'll also have the solid colors as well, and each of them will have the stippling as well.
Now, this could be, because PSA has the daggers too. Is it mean upgraded trigger?
Yep, upgraded trigger on these. Okay. So everything that you would normally upgrade when you're trying to build out the perfect pistol is going to be done for you on this one. And these are going to be well under $1,000. So extremely competitive pricing on these.
So similar to what you do with the AR line, where it's like an upgraded everything you'd ever want to do yourself, and there you go.
Just like the Sabre ARs are, every upgrade that people normally do. These are going to be the same thing with the Dagger platform.
Now, what's the mags coming with it?
The mags, so it's a standard P mag, and we have this +5 Sabre extension on the bottom.
It's your extension.
Yep.
Oh, very cool.
Like I say, it's going to come with 2 extensions and then just a standard capacity 17 round mag as well.
Okay. And then I believe a micro over here, right?
Yep, so we have some micro versions as well down here. So we're going to start by coming out with the duty, and then these are going to come out a little later down the line.
Yeah, it's such a new design already, right?
Yeah. Same thing though, these are going to be some partnered slides with Zephyria and some partnered barrels with Zephyria as well. Yep. Threaded barrels and RMR cut too, and then an upgraded trigger as well. These aren't going to have the mag extensions, but the standard micro mag is a 15 round mag that's half metal, half polymer.
Yeah, that's right,
Yep. So they'll come with the standard 15 round micro mag, and this is going to be the upgraded carry gun that everybody's looking for.
Very cool. All right, let's see what's next.
So now we're over here to introduce you to the newest members of the Jackal family. So we're going to start here with the big boy. This is the 308 Jackal that everybody's been asking for.
Oh yeah, look at that. I love a good Jackal. Jackal too, and now we have 308, right?
Yep. So this shares a lot of the features that people love about the standard Jackal, including the compatibility with existing lowers.
Yep.
So PA10 lowers are going to be compatible with the Jackal upper. You just need the adapter in the rear. We'll also have some proprietary lowers where it's just one solid metal piece for those people that don't want to do the adapter. You can see this one here has got the F5 stock on the back, but we'll have Picatinny options as well.
Okay.
Again, just like the Jackal, AR safeties, AR pistol grips, AR triggers, and mag release. So everything on the lower is AR compatible. Now we can move into the upper, which is where all the magic happens on this. So it's a monolithic upper. So the top rail is able to hold 0 all the way to the end, so you can mount your lasers and optics wherever you want.
Definitely.
Then plenty of rail space on this guy. 8-position adjustable gas block, and then suppressor ready from the factory as well. One really cool thing about this is compared to a lot of piston 308s, typically on a piston 308, the rail is massive and it's hard to get your hand around it.
Yep.
This is the same size rail as our 5.56 Jackal, so it's extremely ergonomic. It's something people are already getting used to. So also super durable rail. I mean, this thing could take a beating. So yeah, like I say, this is a concept gun. We've already got some ideas on sizing on these. We're going to do a 13.7, a 14.5, 16-inch, and then probably 18 in the future as well.
All right.
It'll launch in 308, and then eventually we'll go to the 6.5 Creedmoor as well.
All right. And I think you have a couple more Jackal variants coming out too, right?
We have a couple new guys as well. So down here we have the Vook.
The Vook, yeah, this one is creating quite the wave here, huh?
Yeah, so the Vook is a Jackal AK hybrid. It's what we consider to be the next step in the modernization of the AK, and we think it's going to be a big hit. So you have a KS47 style lower.
Yep.
You can see it doesn't take an adapter. It's a proprietary lower. It takes AK style rock and lock mags. So this one's going to be chambered at 5.56 at first.
Yep.
Then we can move into 7.62 and 5.45 and all those other fun calibers. We're even talking about maybe doing a 12 gauge in this one, so I think that could be really exciting. The cool thing about this is you're not locked to an AK trigger, so it takes AR triggers and AR pistol grips, as well as an AR safety.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, moving up, everything that you love about the Jackal system, so that monolithic upper, a lot of rail space in the front. You got your AK iron in the rear, then your AK front sight post, as well as an 8-position adjustable gas block. And then you have a non-reciprocating charging handle that's ambidextrous as well. And then up front, we got something pretty cool we partnered with JMac Customs on. It's a AK-19 style muzzle device. This one's dead air compatible, but we'll have other suppressor options as well, like Silencer Go, AAC, and a couple other of the major manufacturers.
All right.
So over here we have the OCAN.
Yep.
So OCAN in Irish stands for Little Wolf, which is what this is. We call the Jackal the regular wolf, and this is the Little Wolf. So it's a bullpup version of the Jackal. So everything on the upper is purely Jackal. It's compatible with every Jackal upper we've already made. So your 8.5, your 10.5, your 13.7, 14.5. Just be considerate of SBR laws when you go with the shorter models. But this one configured with a 14.5-inch barrel is a rifle from the factory. So what this is a bullpup conversion kit for the Jackal. So this is an excellent choice for a guy that maybe already has a Jackal. He's always wanted a bullpup, but he doesn't want to put $2 grand into getting a bullpup. He can buy the lower here, and then he'll have the opportunity to have a bullpup for a much lower price. Right here you can see we got the AR pistol grip here. The trigger is not compatible with anything else, but I would compare it to GI trigger. It's a bullpup trigger, so it's got a little more travel than a typical, like it's not a competition trigger. Over here you have an AR safety, and then same non-reciprocating charging handle on this guy. Like I say, the upper's the same as all our Jackals. Back here we got an Ambi bolt mag release, and then on this side you can see the bolt catch there. So we put that just where we think would be the best spot for
right where you need it. Now talk about this trigger here. Now bullpups notoriously have not the greatest triggers. So what have you done to this one? Well, what's going to be done to this one potentially?
So this one is, like I say, it's about like a GI trigger. You can see here it's got a little bit of creep. If you want to ghost it Grantham style.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
So it's got a little bit of take up, but then it's pretty crisp in terms of bullpup triggers.
Is, yeah.
And then, like I say, it's definitely not an AR competition trigger, but it's better than most bullpups. In the future, we're going to have upgraded trigger kits for it.
that's
but
good.
From the beginning, like I say, I would compare it most to a standard GI trigger.
Yep.
Which in terms of bullpups is a pretty good trigger. So
absolutely.
So again, that was the 308 Jackal, the Vook, and the Olcan.
All right, so we have a shotgun here, huh?
That's right. So this is our PSA 570 shotgun. This was built from the ground up to be a truly user-friendly modular shotgun system.
Yep.
So everything on this shotgun is serviceable at home by the average guy. You don't need a gunsmith to do any work on it. We're trying to bring the same flavor we've always had in the AR market over to the shotgun market. So we like to give the people the option to do what they want to do, and that's exactly what we've done on this shotgun. So starting from the rear here, you can see familiar looking stock. These are going to be compatible with most 870 furniture.
Okay, good.
You got to say most because there's always that one stock.
Oh yeah, with especially shotguns, yep.
Yep, so back here on the rear tang, you can see the safety. And then rotating it, you can see we've moved the slide release to what we feel is the most ergonomic spot for it,
it's
which
great,
is at the high ready. And then our trigger in there, you can see the beveled feeding port here. Nice and large for those guys that are trying to do quad loads or whatever. You know, that's a little more operator than I am, but there's certainly people out there that'll appreciate it. Each of the receivers is going to be RMR cut from the factory.
Oh, look at that.
So
nice and deep.
nice
and low, right?
Yep.
Does that
nice
co-witness at all with the front sight?
Yeah, it co-witnesses perfectly with the front sight. That's why we put it at
perfect.
that depth. So I don't have one on this side, but you can see on the RMR plate itself, it's got built-in rear irons as well. So you have front and rear sights. Moving forward, this is where a lot of the magic happens on this guy. So the barrel and the magazine tube lock up in the back by the receiver, and what that means is you can now change your barrel and mag tube independently.
Oh wow!
You don't have to change them at the same time or have a gunsmith do work on them.
Yep.
You can see this hanger in the front is it's really just there for rigidity and to house the front sight. But the consumer can remove that and take that off, take a barrel off, leave the same mag tube if they want to adjust that.
Now those QDs?
Those are QDs in the front, and then you got a Glock front sight up front. So if you have a favorite night sight, you can go ahead and throw it on your shotgun. Again, like I say, the mag tube and the barrel, both completely swappable at home. You don't need a gunsmith anymore. So yeah, that's the PSA 570. Like I say, build your own shotgun. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to give power to the people, so you don't have to buy a basic shotgun and then throw all the parts in a bin. You can have what you want from the beginning.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about some updates from some of the guns we announced last year. So we're going to start up top with everybody's favorite, the STG. So we just want to let you guys know, last year, whereas the STG was kind of like an idea, this year we're really bringing it to life, and we just want people to know we're actively working on it. We've got all the machines in-house, so we've started machining all the parts, we've started piecing some together, and now we're learning the ins and outs of how to build them on a day-in, day-out basis consistently, and we're also doing a lot of endurance and reliability testing. So,
well, I mean, it's been quite a few decades since that's seen too much action. So
exactly.
There's some things to work out.
I think everybody that built them by this point has probably passed away. So we're trying to learn the ins and outs of building these guys, and like I say, do it consistently. So hopefully in a couple months here we'll have an update on the STG, but right now it's in a pre-production phase. So every day we're working on trying to iron out the details of that.
What's the chambering going to be?
So upon launch we're going to do 5.56.
Oh, good.
And then we'll go into the other calibers we talked about last year. 300 Black, 7.62, and the 8mm Curse. So we'll have all that stuff eventually, but 5.56 at launch, just for ease of ammunition's sake. Another one that we talked about last year is the Krink. I have two Krinks here, and these are coming out in February. We're super happy to
Very close,
that. So the Krink, just like the STG, we're starting in 5.56, and then we'll get into the 5.45, the 7.62, and the 300 Blackout. So the Krinks are really, really cool. We put a lot of thought into these, a lot of work into these. So a couple cool things on this from the factory. You're going to have the SB Tactical Triangle Brace. But if you'll notice on the rear trunnion here, it's already got the folding rear trunnion installed. So if you want to SBR this and get the clone correct stock, the triangle stock, all you got to do is knock that rear pin out and install a triangle stock in the back, and obviously do your paperwork.
Because these are all Krinks. I mean, they're short. So
so like I say, 5.56, utilizing those 101 mags that everybody loves for their 5.56 AKs. Moving forward, 8-inch barrel, compatible with most of the Krink furniture furniture that's out there. Sometimes AK furniture can be a little finicky, so it might require a little bit of adjustment, but you guys know how AKs are.
Oh, let's get a hammer, a little, it's fine.
Yeah, just a hammer and a file,
Yeah, you'll be all right.
That's how it is. But upon launch, we're going to have a really cool collaboration with JMac Customs on their new Krink handguard. We're also going to have some redwood and nutmeg options as well at launch. So again, these guys are coming out in February, so just stay on the website or stay on the Facebook and Instagram pages, and we'll announce these bad boys the day they go for sale, and you guys can try and snag one.
Excellent. All right, thanks so much.
Yep.
So over here near some bolt guns, now we've seen PSA has some new bolt guns coming out, but this one is kind of special, right?
Yeah, so this is the Sabre version of our new bolt gun series. So like we talked about earlier, Sabre is typically the upgraded version, and that's true here as well. So our bolt gun series is modeled after the Remington 700 Action.
Okay.
And the idea behind this is to have it completely user serviceable at home. So these guys are going to be the more premium version, as I said. So under the Sabre line, we'll have some sub-MOA barrels available, wire cut machined action, or wire EDM machined action. So a really big upgrade there. You'll be able to change out everything from the bolt handle. See how that just comes off. Yep, and then the really exciting thing on the Sabre ones is this new chassis system we've got here. So a couple different things on here that you guys are going to like. It's got an AR-compatible pistol grip, so you can use a lot of the stuff that's already on the market.
Yep.
Same thing back here with the buffer tube. If you have a favorite precision rifle stock, you can throw it on the buffer tube. Trigger on these Sabres is going to be a Trigger Tech adjustable trigger.
Very cool.
And then, well, right now we're planning on the Trigger Tech adjustable. It's still in the concept phase, so some things could change. But this chassis is what's really special. So on the chassis, you can see there's a couple bolts here. What that is that allows you to change your handguard out on your chassis without having to remove the action from the chassis itself.
Yep.
So you're still maintaining zero and all that good stuff, but if you want a shorter rail or a longer rail, or you don't like the ARCA compatibility, you want something else, you can slide that off and put a new one on, and it's just that easy. So
nice.
Again, that's been the Sabre bolt guns, and with that, I think we're done showing you guys new stuff, but we really appreciate you guys stopping by and letting us show off all of our new goodies this year.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, see ya.